above the door says, "Victory only comes from God." In addition, in these circle little medallions, you'll see see it past some of this big pillar out here. But that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go check it out. That was actually a palace thing he built for his grandchildren, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on a different part of the tour as well.
The way they would construct their flooring is what they would actually do is come in and lay the marble flooring. Once they have the flooring laid, they would put down a plastic coating on top of a plastic piece of cover, like you would back home if you were trying to construct something. Just some basic, almost kind of see-through wrapper. Then they will lay concrete on the floor. The reason for that is because as they went up the pillars and as they continued the construction, whether it be painting, adding additional marble tiling, if anything fell off, it would not fall and crack the marble flooring that they already laid on the ground level. It would hit the concrete, and then that way they could come back.
Hold a good sweet spot here.
You didn't want just water to come in here from the tires to be trained. So it would be actually filled with water. They have a man-made field, combo field, man-made grave site actually. You can see Bayat from out here. You can also see one of the mosques out here, which is actually the second largest mosque in the Middle East. The first being in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. A couple other of the sites that you'll see. Her home was right out there, right there in the lake. You can actually see Perfume Palace. Now, a little bit of history about what happened here at Camp Slayer. As 3rd ID was rushing up through here to secure Bayat, they also helped secure remnants of this place. Ultimately, once they've settled there, ask any last minute questions, and then from there, we'll head over to Saddam's burial. Yeah.
I wouldn't have believed it myself because I read it on the notes and I'm like, really? There's a fish. They took a picture of it. It's at the Babylon stand or whatever. This is actually a mural of Saddam Hussein. It's one of the very, very few left in the country right now. A lot of them are obviously destroyed when we rolled through, and destroyed them. It was a big thing for Saddam to honor a village or a place with a mural of himself. A lot of times if he went to an agriculture community and that community earned that in his opinion.
Bodies we could piece together when they came through here. This is a mass grave site over here, thus befitting the Ba'ath Party, their mass exterminations of the local people in this area. So I guess the moral is harm. Still barely hanging. Like we had said last week, we have some of these guys going around conducting training in these buildings. A simulator went off down the hall room right down there. So please be careful as you walk through here. A couple other things that happened in this building. The tomahawk actually hit right over here. He said, please be careful going over there. If you want to take a look around, it's a mass grave site. We can also confirm for a fact that this pool you see over here was never filled with water. In fact, exterminations or executions, what happened over there. And the reason we can confirm that is because Army forensics team was able to come in and confirm that that. Be careful as you walk here.
My name is Daniel Cox. I'm here with Task Force 2156, part of Louisiana Army National Guard, hometown Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Basically what's going on today is we're giving a tour of Camp Slayer. Camp Slayer is home to roughly 1,200 troops and civilians at this point in time, And the tour, more or less, is just to inform people about what our soldiers did when they were here, what these facilities were used for, so that we can actually remember our brothers who are here, as well as working in conjunction with the civilians, what they did ultimately here on ground here at Camp Slayer.
What started this tours? Who got the idea? Not necessarily who got the idea, but why now?
Well, why?
Has been happening?
I'm assuming the tours have been happening for quite a while, from what I've gathered. The mayor cell here at Camp Slayer actually coordinates when and where this tour is going to be. As far as the sites, it kind of dictates from tour to tour based on the mass public tour on Sundays or the private tours, which can be coordinated through the mayor cell.
Okay. Where does the tour? Where are the numbers good every weekend?
Generally, it varies. The public tours, I know that last Sunday when we had a public tour, we had roughly 300 people. So the numbers kind of vary from unit to unit, week to week, based on troops ripping out and going home, and people just looking for something to do on their day off.